欧州ではね、
すごいよね。
もう世界征服主義者への戦いがもうね、どんどん激化してますよ。
これ激化してますね。
いや、すごいです、これ。
今週も見てみたいと思います。リベルニュースからどうぞ。
どうぞ。
Uprising in Europe. Mark, tell us what's going on in Europe. We see images of farmers protesting in the most creative ways, dumping manure on politicians' buildings. What's going on with the farmers' protests?
What's happening in Europe right now with this farmer rebellion is what I wish had happened back in March and April of 2020 with the general public against the public health tyranny that was lockdowns and stay at home and social distancing. The farmers aren't taking it anymore. And what they're not taking is the net zero agenda that was born out of the 1992 Rio Earth Summit and then, of course, moved forward all the way to the UN Paris Agreement. And the politicians go and agree to these UN climate summits, but then they become law at home and the courts order the farmers to start reducing emissions. And what happens is these are climate compliance costs, meaning small family-run generational farms can't afford the cost to absorb all of these costs and new ways and new technology that's supposed to capture the nitrogen. And what ends up happening is they're facing extinction. The big boys come in, the billionaire, the big agribusiness, corporate, which is exactly what the forces of the United Nations, World Economic Forum want, because they can control them. And this is what happened in the Netherlands. They were facing 10,000 small, medium, family-run farms for generations being shut down. The farmers in the Netherlands fought back, and I think the farmers, the rest of Europe, watched what happened. The farmers in the Netherlands formed their own political party, the BBB. They're now a governing coalition, and they're stopping the net zero madness. So in Belgium, in France, in Poland, in Spain, in Sweden, at the headquarters of the EU in Brussels, they are letting it be known that they are not going to allow the net zero agenda to shut them down. And by the way, the second part of your question is nitrogen. It's insane. And they're trying to move nitrogen on the same pedestal as they put CO2
Nitrogen
as
is
the
what,
worshiping warming
it's like
agent.
78% of errors. Like that's
And you might as well go after H2O and go after water, go after oxygen.
Yeah.
They've demonized two things that deal with food production. Nitrogen, which is used for fertilizer. Part of this whole green revolution in agriculture was based on high yield fertilizers, of which nitrogen is one. And they have a two-pronged attack. Don't forget about methane. They're going after the fertilizer, which produces the high yield agriculture, and they're going after methane, which is animal agriculture and meat eating.
It's madness.
Study in, it was, I believe in England, the journal PLOS in December 2023, human breath contributes to global warming. This is a peer-reviewed study. Africans warm the air with their breath more than Asians, and women warm the air with their breath more than men. So it's a war against humans as well as industrial activity.
もうはぁっていう世界だよね。いや、これありえないよね。もう
女性の方が地球に悪いんだって。
いや。
やばくないこれ。
なんだろう、
もうワーアゲインストヒューマン。
人間が吐く息。
人間に対する戦争だよこれ。
本当に。
やばいよね。
いやもうおかしい。
だけどオランダはこういうね抗議してる農家が BBB だっけ？連立与党になっててネットゼロを阻止してるっていうんだからすごいよね。だから今この抗議が春に欧州議会も選挙があるからまだ民主主義なんでやっぱり票が入らないと困るからね議員たちが妥協策をどんどん出してきてるんですよ。だからこれは前回もやったけどだからやっぱりこの人々が声を上げる。そうでもう聞くしかないっていう状況にもう持っていくっていうことは確実にどんな政策でも変えることができるわけですよね。なんだけどそれを超えたところで勝手にだから5月のさあれみたいにパンデミック協定みたいに議員じゃないところがやっちゃうともうどうにもならないから。
ほとんどの人が知らないし、何にも分かってない人多いですよこれ。
いやだからね
まずくないですか。
やっぱり紬村のね村長さんにやっぱり農家として声を上げてもらってこういうことを反対しましょうっていうムーブメントフロム紬村っていうのはどうかねちょっと言っとこう。
そうだ。
いやまあこういう中でですね、要するにヨーロッパの人たちはどんどんこのグローバル主義者世界政府主義者 たちをこうどんどんもう戦って声上げてるわけじゃない。
そうですね。
でついに
うんうん
イタリアは
うん。
この
あ、
全体主義の波にノーを言えない、操られちゃってるバイデンさんをイタリアのテレビが
そう。
やばいよねこれ。